Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Azure Dreams Random Toolkit Tournament. We should make shorter names for these tournaments one day. I am Shawnee7188, and I'm joined by...
Full Featureitis, also known as P.
Yep. And we are going to get ready to go soon. I have... this is a weird thing, is I can't click around the tablet or the Discord very much, so I have my tablet in front of me, so I might be a little bit slower or distracted, so I apologize on that one. I apologize on that one.
I apologize on that one.
This is going to go great. We're here for a while.
Yep. And once we get started, we'll do a little bit of an intro into the game and the random toolkit and what this match means.
Yes.
Once we've got our runners going.
Yeah, just pinging Shuzo to see if... But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Let me actually turn the volume so we can actually hear it.
That'd be good.
I honestly really love the town theme for some reason.
I know, I do too. All the music in this game is pretty good.
Pretty good, not amazing.
Well, the tower theme has very good variations, but I'd be lying if I said that I wish that some floors just had completely different tunes on them.
Yes. All right.
Okay, Shuzo's getting his name in.
This is nice. We have Currybot be able to count down, so...
Excellent.
Also, we do have our dog here.
Yes,
so...
if you hear panting or jingles, it's our dog.
I was actually going to say, if you hear licking, that's the that's the culprit there.
Yeah. All right.
You're a good boy, Obi.
All right, they're both ready.
All right.
So let's get this countdown going.
I can spell countdown.
I'm sure you can.
There we go. Thank you, Currybot, for doing all the hard work.
Excellent. Okay.
All right, so we have Baldwin, who is knocked down here. This is a loser's bracket match between Shuzo and Baldwin. Baldwin lost to Poulet, who me and Fee have a history with, which is always fun.
And Shuzo?
Shuzo, sorry, I just got the picture down.
I know where it is. There we go. And Shuzo, looking at the bracket, originally came down from here, Lady Deme, in first round. And so with this being losers brackets, whoever loses this best 2 out of 3 will be out of the tournament. So they are racing for their own survival. And whoever wins is still in the losers bracket, going on to losers round 3 with Sand Knight.
Yes.
Who is in the chat, or at least was rating us. So hi, Sand Knight. Are you checking out the competition? And Baldwin's off, and Shuzo is off too.
Yes.
Here we go.
And so this is the interesting thing, is when we see the naming screen for Queenie here, the little blue guy, we will actually see what monster he actually is very quickly. I don't think Baldwin renames them, but he will quickly check it. So we have... Suspense. A griffin.
A griffin, okay.
All right.
All right. So we should probably explain the game, and then explain the toolkit, and then explain why everything is difficult.
Yes. Also, these are the seeds made by me. Historically, they've actually been extremely kind to runners. They're very heavy on traps for some reason. But having a griffin is basically essentially having Queenie-ish. It has the same... mixture magic, more or less, that you can get. Oh, it's a water queenie though.
Oh,
or water griffin. So, train wand. That's now the third train wand.
Cyanide. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no steel sword for you, unfortunately.
No steel sword. Oh, they're clearly going to have a bad time with it. Anyway, let's explain the game whilst they're hatching that egg. Well, rather, whilst Baldwin's hatching that egg.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, what's kind of going on here is this is a procedurally generated dungeon crawler. Or dungeon crawler.
It's a noise.
A mystery. Ew. No one likes the noise. Because I haven't unlocked noise either. So, so basically, what's going to happen is this is going to be a procedurally generated floors. So, Shuzo, why'd you change?
Oh. Okay, sorry. We're just. You can see the difference on Baldwin and Shuzo's side. There's a setting that you can put on to make the invisible walls that are cut away when the camera's looking through them visible with different colors on it, and he has
ugly blue there.
Yeah, okay.
That's
I mean,
ugly,
this is
ugly
not,
blue.
at least it's not fuchsia pink. Anyway,
Yeah.
we were trying to explain this game. So what
Yeah.
this game is a mystery dungeon procedurally generated tower. And there's a lot of other elements to the game, such as a kind of dating sim and a town building like mechanic to this game. We're not doing any of that. We're just doing the tower.
Yes.
So the tower is 40 floors of procedurally generated content, monsters to fight, rooms to explore, traps to fall into, traps inside of the treasure, and at the top, a quote unquote boss fight.
Yes, quote. Which we've seen numerous times actually this tournament already.
But how this is different from how the game usually runs is like most rogue-like games. You're going through a tower and you die or you exit and then you go back in and then you keep on going and you keep doing that until you get powerful enough to get to the end. That's not how this game works in this tournament. In this tournament, you have one chance to get as high as you can up as fast as you can. So we're going to be looking at their floors, which is the 2F in the top left-hand corner of the streams, to gauge which of our runners is in the lead. And we're also going to be looking at time. So should they both reach the same floor and then die on it, the person who reached it first is going to win the round. Best best 2 out of 3.
Yep.
So that's the first part of this tournament. The second part of this tournament is the fact that we aren't playing with the standard set of entry items. Usually you start off with Queenie, who was the monster who was talking to us outside of the tower, but now is a griffin.
It happens.
It happens to everyone. And we also usually have medicinal herb, an egg, which is a palumpa egg, a fireball with 4 charges,
Yes.
and a copper sword and a copper shield, right?
It would be wood shield.
Wood shield, copper shield, yeah.
Yes.
So that's what we usually start off. However, with random toolkit, we randomize the egg that you get. Sorry, we randomize what Queen is.
Yeah.
We also randomize the egg that you get. We know it's a noise because both of them, not just Baldwin, hatched it at the beginning.
Yep.
And we also have a blizzard sword. No, not blizzard sword. It was a trained one.
Yep.
We have a trained one. We have a
blizzard sword's a skill they're
iron
using.
shield.
Iron shield. Yep.
And medicinal herb, right, as always.
Yeah.
And we have a 5 charge water ball.
Yeah, I don't think it's 5 charge, but it is a water ball.
Yeah,
I don't know about that one.
We'll have to see when they open their inventory.
Because I'm pretty sure if it was an acid rain ball, it wouldn't have 5 charges on it.
No, water, not acid rain.
No, I'm saying if it was an acid rain ball, I don't think it would carry the 5 charges.
No, I don't think it does. No,
Thankfully.
No.
It's a high it would be. You're good.
But yeah, so that's what's different about each of these rounds. They're all going to be playing on the same seed in between for each of these different rounds. So you're going to see the same tower on both sides, and they're going to be dealing with the same monsters, the same layout, the same item drops, everything.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know what they're going to get. Even in the normal game, they don't necessarily going to get. But everything they could rely on in the original game, they can't anymore. So what they're doing in the first 1 to 5 floors is that they're going around and they're finding as much items that they can. The run is all about item utility and item economy. Can you accrue enough items to keep you going? Because there are areas in this game where you're just supposed to die and get reset and learn how that loop works, and we have to try and push through those.
Yeah, and the thing is, the game is extremely mean. Because it gives you a basic starting thing, like Fee said, of a sword, a shield. It does not give you a means of leaving.
No.
And it expects you to either find a wind crystal or die.
Yes.
And that's it. And that's to all the brand new players who picked up this game, is there's only one way out of the tower, and that's through the top, unless you find a wind crystal or a lean fruit and a non-queenie monster.
Yes, and obviously we're not doing any of those things.
Yes, and if they were to leave early, they would also forfeit the round because it counts as a death. We did have a stars tournament.
Forfeit the round in terms of that's the highest they get to, not that they forfeit in general.
Yeah, and the stars tournament, we did allow re-entries just because it was simpler.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were picking up the game for the first time, competing and whatnot. And it was just a better mentality to have for re-entry, but this is based off the Rocket to the Top format, the Sandlight, any other mods made, and basically this is the format that we're all kind of used to. And also, Shuzo did lose the Griffin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on floor 2.
Oh, man. Okay.
So he did also use a red sand on the trained wand, which is
we'll go over equipment in just a second. The last thing that we forgot about the rules, though, is there's a 1 hour time limit.
Yes, which is why you can't sit and grind on the floor and do earthquake percent.
Yes. Okay. So that's all the rules out of the way. So let's talk about the equipment.
Yes.
So we did get a trained one. So generally, when we're doing these, we're looking out. Well, if we were doing a normal randomizer or just a normal rocking to the top format, we would be looking for a Scarlet Wand because it is a wand which is fire-based and it gives us a big boost to our attack. But what we actually got was a trained one. Trained ones are special because they're the only ones that can be upgraded as you go through the tower, which is what both of our players have already done at least once using red sand. That means that they both can raise their attack power using the wand. Now the wand is used with our familiars, the Griffin in this case, or the lack of anything with Shuzo right now, unfortunately, to do one of the number of the different AIs. Do you want to talk through the AIs? Because you know most about those ones.
Yeah, so there's 5 separate AI. Don't ever set your monster to AI 5. Fun fact, the blue color starts at AI 5 for some reason.
Does it? I did not know that.
Yeah, if you first time you take a second monster,
That's
it has
terrifying.
AI 5. Yeah. It will spam all of its specials it can. It will run towards every enemy as long as it's aggroed or in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horrible choice. Don't do that. AI 4 it will basically do that, but it will only attack and conserve its MP from using spells.
Mm.
AI 3 is basically what you see on Baldwin's side, which he missed. Thank you.
Yes, it's called mixture magic.
Yes, and you will be if your monster has a spell, you'll add that strength basically to your weapon. The spell strength kind of maxes out at 12, and 10 is the best level to get it to, at least before changing elements.
Mm-hmm.
Because it goes from like 93.1 or something strength of the spell at level 10 to like 93.15 to level 12 or something. So there is an increase, but it gets such a weird curve going up. It doesn't matter anymore.
Both of our players have gotten to trained 1, 2. Actually, they both found both of the red sands in the first 5 floors.
Which, honestly, with the trained one, isn't great.
I mean, it's like if you find enough red sands, it can be great.
Yes.
I mean, it's not good for Shuzo.
Ooh, stream one though for Baldwin though. That's going to be a good combination, obviously, with the Water Griffin. Also, the floor that Baldwin is on right now is actually what we call, quote, unquote, the water floors.
Yes. Because
blooms and manevas are there. Normally with the fire monster, you want to avoid it. With the water, it's basically neutral, and he can actually get some pretty decent levels on this.
We haven't explained that really yet. Every single monster...
goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Every monster in this game has an element, and elements are better or worse at against each other. So water is good against fire is good against wind, and wind is good against water.
Yep.
And for every 5 floors or so, it depends.
Yeah.
But like there are certain floors where only certain monsters can appear, and in general they follow a certain elemental theme. So that's why we talk about 5 to 10 being water floors. And like Sean was saying, Queenie, who is usually your first familiar in this game, will be a fire monster, which means that 5 to 10 is where you're supposed to really die in your first. Oh, it's steel shield, not a knife.
No, he picked up a new shield.
Oh, he did. Okay. Oh,
it's just cursed.
Oh, great. Okay. So this is the kind of time where in the normal game you would be
we have a point already. Unfortunately, Shuzo couldn't recover from not having the familiar.
Yeah, so that's already GG on the first round. So whilst you deal with that, I'll
I have also to talk about that too.
Yeah, are you okay?
Obi's just in the way, don't worry.
Yeah, I'll explain a little bit more as we're going whilst Sean explains that the first round is actually done. And that's how quickly it can go. This is, in some rounds, you'll see us get up to level 40 within, an hour, sometimes even less than 40 minutes. I think that was where the last game kind of went. But sometimes things can go wrong and you can just be done in 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so yeah, monsters, they have elements, and Griffin is usually a fire monster, but it's in this particular one, it started off as a water monster. And what else to talk about? I mean, considering that we're about to switch over. I guess one of the things we can talk about in advance of the next round is the fact that Ko's level, Ko is our main character, his levels matter in terms of, I believe, just as attack. But
yeah, you want his attacks that high.
You want his attacks that high, but the thing is that his health is what is going to prevent you from, dying, obviously. But your your HP curve as the levels go up gets very it plateaus very quickly. So the most important thing when we're starting off a new run is to get that first level, get to level 2 right away, because that basically doubles your health. It's very easy to die before you get to level 2. After that, you're kind of, that's it. The rest of the levels you're gonna get are not gonna be great. So whilst we wait for streamers to get the new seed in, is there anyone who wants to ask any questions? Like, we've done a lot of exposition very quickly in order to get it out. I thought we would have more time in the first round to do more.
Shuzo said that misinputs was the cause.
Yeah, no, I saw that in chat. There was a misthrow, apparently.
Yeah, there was a misthrow, as well as he had his Griffin with 1 HP.
Ooh.
And he did not walk up left because he's at the door entry. It walked up right, and a Plumpa took it out. So there's a lot of bad.
Brutal.
Yeah. So
we need to get a 1 point there.
There we go.
There you go. All right.
So yeah, that unfortunately is this. Also, the Shuzo getting to like floor 5 or 6. Honestly, it makes about as much sense as what you expect from a casual play too, because this game honestly takes a lot of knowledge to do. Let's just do a quick seed check.
Yeah, do your seed check.
Yeah, I know OB. Thank you.
So we've got calls for a Dark Sword coming out for the next seed, because Shawnee is infamous or famous for making seeds with ridiculous items in them, but ridiculously good items usually, rather than Sad Knight, who should never touch the seed button ever again. So we're just doing a quick seed check so we can get ourselves set up on the next run. And I will try to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just like to information dump all in the first round, and then we can start commentating on what's actually there.
Yeah.
But the round is over, so we can just go.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Also, what monsters do you think will appear in the second egg?
Oh,
let's hear in chat too. You play.
Yeah, I want to see what people want.
Yeah.
I would love to see.
No, Senate, no.
I would love to see a U-boat, because I have a soft spot for U-boats.
Yes.
I do love U-boats.
There is a U-boat brotherhood in the Zero Dreams.
No, is there?
Yeah, it's Pule and Dreamy, I think.
I don't feel so good about being in that group.
Yeah, Pule, for those who don't know, we might keep making references to it.
Yes, he's
knocked tournaments.
He's knocked us out of every single tournament we've been in. To explain a little bit more, Choni and I are married, and so he's kicked our family out of tournaments multiple times at this point. So
we have kind of a little bit of annoyance with that one. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
They're gonna, with the stream delay, they're already ready, but.
Oh yeah. We can get the countdown going then. We don't need to wait for it to show up on our screen.
Yeah, I literally should take a picture of this dog on my lap.
Awkward puppies are awkward.
Yeah. All right, they are ready. So.
My poor casual Azure Dreams run. Wish I had a U-boat as my familiar.
Chompy.
And I used its special ability, not special ability dive, but its area AoE attack on a one-room floor and soft locked my game.
Yeah,
and
you lost your like 21+9 stuff.
Yeah, and I never touched the game casually again. But I have got to the end of it during a speedrun.
Yeah. You did that one tower entry.
Technically finished the game
Napless, for the love of God. No, Wooga. That's bad. No one likes Napless.
Mm-hmm.
Napless and Kiddos. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a dragon, and it's gonna be, and they're gonna ignore what's inside the egg. And it's gonna be a Gerda.
I would love to also see an evolved Arachne. I can't remember what they're.
Arash, I believe.
Arash. Okay, yeah, because that's what got me up to floor 40 on the one.
It's so overpowered.
Yeah, super overpowered. Yeah, I want a really long run from this, and something that was going to take people like up to like floor 30s and plus.
Yeah.
All right, they're off. Okay, let's see what they get this time.
Yes, so we'll keep an eye out. Baldwin tripping up there for some reason. I don't know what he's doing.
Just slowing down.
Let's see what Queenie's
called. Don't be deceived. It's not Queenie. Maybe.
Yeah. They can actually.
Can you get a high Queen?
No.
Okay, that's a special one.
We got a Dreamin'.
Dreamin'? Where's Dreamy? He should be here too.
Yeah. Dreamins have the same ability as clowns.
Do they?
But they have like no MP, and they don't have the double spell growth. So they can't put them to sleep.
So they're ranged though, right?
Yes, they're basically ranged. They're not going to take an account. But
does it matter what element they are?
You want wind
because that gives you. Oh, is that
That's a fire one, I think. That should be log rape, I believe. We got a copper sword, ice shield,
blaze bolt.
And we're probably gonna see Baldwin immediately go for that egg after.
I wouldn't be surprised if both of them.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Give me a better egg. Give me a better egg.
Yeah, the fact that egg has a name or a color on it means it's not an evolved monster.
So yeah, I was just about to ask. So that money is randomized across everything.
Yes.
As well, but everything else up this tower isn't.
Yes.
It goes back to being normal play. Kid.
Oh, Kid is a dragon.
Oh, right.
Or a pre-dragon. So
okay, so what does that mean for our runners? Having a Dreamin' and a Kid in back.
Honestly, the Dreamin' is okay for the start. I would just switch to the Kid. That's probably what. Yeah, there you go. Immediately bags.
Why didn't they bag it on the other floor?
He wants to get the elevator quickly. Also, he should have actually taken out the Kid. It would automatically put the Dreamin' away because you have one collar. It would have saved it a turn.
Oh, I didn't know that you could swap them. Like,
yeah,
so it's a fire dragon, right?
Yes, it's default. Everything, because the second egg is
as you would find it. Not that you can find Kid eggs, but you're up on like level 40 at that point.
Yeah. Oh, there's the log grave on Shuzo's side. It's gonna take up a lot of MP. Yeah, I know. Purple. It's a 8 wide, 7 space lava wave that hits the screen. What? Watch it. Mount Bird.
Oh, that's so slow.
It is. It's
so
extremely
slow.
powerful, though.
Yeah, but like, does it hit multiple things?
Yes, it hits the entire area.
That's I've never
33.
I've never seen this being used before. That's hilarious. I would never use it because it's so slow.
Yeah, like Saturday says, 4 MP a pop.
Oh.
So that's going to be.
I mean, if it does the
same.
same.
Actually, should hit the noise in the background too. There.
I mean, if it does the same damage to everything in that area, 4 MP is amazing for that. Like, if you get into a monster trap room.
Oh yeah.
But like you gotta go fast.
But the thing is, and this is the really nice thing, is people just really hate pickets for some reason.
Yes, they do.
Pickets get the same spell. You turn to fire. You can have that, and you can feed them pieces of copper. And want to go over?
Want to go over here? Just chilling.
Yeah, this is also like how Dementor Deme says in the chat. It also can turn monsters around.
Because if they run into it,
it acts like an object basically. It can actually turn around like if you're throwing another monster against them.
That's weird. Oh, so we're seeing one of the quote unquote funny traps. This is the what do you call this? It's not evil.
It's the crack trap. Sorry, I didn't see which. Oh no, sorry, no, reversal.
Reversal. Yeah, nothing like having to navigate via the map window.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is this game's extremely mean because the traps actually hit you. They don't hit the player code. They hit the player of the game.
Yes.
Because the blind trap will black out your screen. The reversal trap will make it so your controls are reversed except for left and right, I believe, or something.
I never realized Dreamin's picture was so cute.
Oh, it is really adorable.
Super cute. Look at that.
Little happy face.
Sorry. I'm distracted.
She also likes Trout from Breath of Fire too.
Oh,
so.
Trout. Good boy.
No.
Anyway, sorry, where were you? I completely overset there. Yeah, we're talking about traps and affecting the player.
Here we go. It's the Shuzo taking advantage of the mixture magic. He's going to take out 2 monsters in one go here.
Very nice.
Mount Bird is so good, but only if you had the MPs replenished.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And also, the small thing about Kid is it is a dragon, technically. It does not like Peter fruits.
Right.
But it will eat all the metal for Peter fruit stuff.
Right, so you can just feed it copper coins, right? Yep. Oh, it's such good utility, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird quirks with this game. Like, hopefully. Yep. That was a misinput most likely, but he's going to have to get back to the room where he's at.
I think he knows where it is.
Problem is,
okay, looks like. So can you feed him like that copper sword?
Yes, you can feed him the copper sword, steel shield, anything.
So that was what I think a lot of people consider to be the worst trap.
Yes.
The warp trap warps you or whatever stands on it to just a random tile on the floor. And to be clear, if both players will have that warp trap in the same square on the same floor, but the space that it sends you to will be different for each player.
Yes.
Actually, it looks like they just found it actually over here.
Yeah, I think another monster hit or something.
Yeah, but it also so it doesn't just affect you. It can also affect a monster. It can affect your monster, which is your familiar. which means that it can just be sent to another area of the floor and get completely destroyed. Fortunately, I didn't have either of our runners, but
Yeah.
goodness.
Also, the other small.
Oh, it didn't go off for Shuzo. It randomly didn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's also a thing that can happen.
Yeah, so, and also the one thing she have to keep in mind is the RNG is set from when they load in. So if both of them were to go upright and attack, and let's say both attacks were criticals, yay, that they're doing exactly the same thing.
Right.
If one went instead of upright, one went up and then attacked to the upright, it's
Completely
going to be completely different.
Yeah, so basically for the purposes of RNG, only the floor layout and the initial items and the initial familiar are going to be the same between them. Everything else, well, the initially spawned monsters, initially spawned monsters, but their movements, guarded by AI, the traps, where they're placed is fine, but whether or not they actually go off is
a whole different story.
And where they send you to and the walk trap or how the floor cracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember how crack traps.
It is.
They just do it
down.
I think
it's
it's somewhat randomized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the upheaval ones are way more annoying because sometimes they block off your own monster.
Dreaming is done.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching that Zen night. I'm too busy watching this dragon.
Yeah, no, the dragon, honestly, it starts off with obviously breath, which is a strong move. Unfortunately, it is fire, but it is a baby monster essentially. So if Baldwin wanted to, he could pick up the kid, and he could pick up the dragon if it evolves at level 20.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, yeah, I'm curious what's happening. I'm just gonna check.
Yeah.
I don't see any messages or anything.
Oh, those mana weavers just so many.
Service is done after the dust, yeah. Yeah, the mini-weavers are extremely scary, and I don't know why. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
My guess is Shuzo had to answer the door or something. A familiar bell? Oh, it was.
Oh, but it's.
Oh, does Shuzo not know 0 MP?
Oh, that would be upsetting.
Because I know some of
there you go. There you go.
Some of our runners actually encountered a 0 MP monster for the first time in a tournament setting.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the thing is that you so rarely, like, unless you're playing casually, you so rarely see it.
Yeah.
Unless you're, in this particular case.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's talk about a little bit about this dragon, because now it's a fire monster on a water, primarily water floor. That's, balloons are not water, but
no.
But so I don't personally know too much about how the different monsters change based on the elements you give to them and when you fuse them and when you evolve them. But there are ways that players can modify or customize their monsters. They can, like I said, fuse them. They can take two monsters and fuse them together. We won't see that until later, if at all, because you did another color for that, which is found on floor 12.
Yeah.
But you can also feed them seeds, which changes their elements. Is a fire dragon or kid something that our players actually want to have, or would they prefer a different element?
Honestly, water is the most overpowering element in the tower, just because it's either neutral to all the other water creatures, which are normally the threatening ones like vipers and other things.
Yes.
You can have blaze balls and other attack spells which are fire to deal with the wind creatures.
Right.
You don't want the wind creatures. So the fact that Dreamin' is not the wind element naturally is a good thing.
It is a good thing, yeah. Well, I mean...
Problem is, it has a very expensive mixture magic because of it, but it's not the worst.
So Baldwin hasn't been able to find anything better than the copper sword yet. I don't think either of our players has.
Yeah, he's trying to get a little bit extra level, but he's also trying to explore.
Yeah.
I don't like exploring on floor 6 with the fire monster.
I don't either. I will explore. That's too. Probably not.
No.
Not with the cycle anyway. Yeah, I will explore all of the first 5 floors, which is generally what everyone will do, and then I will blitz my way up to 10.
Yep. And then 10's a good grinding area.
Okay, and then I still paceful though, and then generally once I get to picket floor, which I don't know what picket is.
17.
17. So if I hit a Balrog on 16, you'll sit. If you hit it, and then you get to 17, if you've still got a familiar, then grinding out a bit there is usually what I do, especially if it's I've never played random toolkit, but if I had a monster that could evolve, I would probably grind out a few more levels there if it was something that was worth it, Baldwin.
Yeah, it's going to be 12 MP to take out that Minerva if he does go for taking out the Minerva with no burn there.
So annoying.
Yeah, you really, really, really do not want to. It's honestly better use a Blaze Ball than just, okay.
I'm shocked that he doesn't know what's in the rainbow. The rainbow ale.
Nope, he never checked it.
So he doesn't know. I mean, why would you not check it?
Honestly, good mixture magic, good fire.
Unless I'm going crazy and that's something else he picked up, but I think...
Also, if he hatches it now, it's automatically level 5. So
right,
if Dreaming were to die, become useless, the more experience he gets, the higher the kid will be hatched.
Yeah, for sure. So if he... Yeah, because it's codes level, right?
Yes.
So if he was to take it to 19 and then upgrade it one more level, that would mean it would evolve. Because
if Ko was level 19.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if Ko was level 20, he can get 21 different.
Yes.
It doesn't
as long as you don't feed the fruit that prevents its form from changing,
yeah,
you're all
well,
good.
he's gonna.
Because otherwise, you have to fuse that. Also, Obi, stop.
He's licking my hands.
Yeah.
He wants a candy.
Also, I have no blood on my right leg.
I didn't move it.
Well, no, it's for the dog's weight.
Move it. He's fine.
Okay.
There you go. You're good. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. I can get blood back into my leg.
Okay. So what else is going on? So we've got quite a large split between our runners. Of course, Shuzo had to grab the door or whatever there for a second. And he's also using Dreamin', which is slower. And he's like run into a few more little problems. So now we have an almost 5-floor split.
Yeah.
Which is not great.
Here's a little bit of the music change here.
So here, we've got the music change. Oh, vital. And now the dog shot it. Yeah, there's lots of pet. Obi is overly pet. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So now Baldwin is on the fire floor. So now we're seeing things like volcanoes, which are obviously. Obi, do not throw up.
Do not throw up.
Sorry. Next minute. Obi, if you throw up, that's just really bad. Okay. Good.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Don't do that.
He's fine for the
He's
record.
fine.
He just gets anxious.
He's just being a silly.
Oh, we got a slow trap on Baldwin's side. That
right, but
hopefully nothing comes up. Okay.
Yes, well, the dog used to have it. I mean, in terms of utility, neither of our players have found amazing stuff. Like, not necessarily like they found some good stuff. Like, there's a leaves, there's the blade they started off with, there's an ice rock.
The ice shield's nice, honestly.
Yep, the ice shield's nice. But there's not a great quantity of things that they've actually found in 10 floors. Like, I would have expected them to have found maybe a ton of fruit, maybe some, like, they found a bunch of herbs, but they're not useful. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Oh, yeah, so here we're seeing a Dreamy in the wild. So I said Dreamy. Sorry, Dreamy. Dreamy.
Shout out to Dreamy.
Shout out to Dreamy. They're... Oh, and an egg as well. They are not a big threat, except that they can put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And then they're real pain if something else comes up.
There's to see Shuzo taking time and figuring out the map that's upside down. The map itself doesn't reverse.
Yeah, so you have to go, and his Dreamin' is...
Just ran out of MP.
Just ran out of MP. I mean, these are balloons, so... Actually,
no, it's the ice shield, you're fine for the most part. There's like 3 at most.
So it's just 2 of them, so...
Honestly, I really hope Shuzo does not feed the drag or the kid egg to the Dreamin' to restore MP.
Very sad. Very sad indeed.
Yeah, I prefer to see if he just junks it or he keeps it and uses it as a Tumina fruit glitch, essentially.
What do you do? Renaming it.
Collar. Also, return does not mean return to the bag.
It means...
A lot of runners have found this out. It means return back to your house.
Yep. Okay, now he's hatching it. Okay. One thing we didn't mention in terms of strategy is you'll still see now Baldwin's sleep. But Kid will be able to take it out. But as a volcano next time, it's a bit of a pain. And he put this Dreamin' and the volcano's awake.
Oh no!
I mean, that ice shield is doing the work now. Amazing.
Yeah, that's a septic. It's okay, Obi. It's okay. You're fine. It's okay, baby boy.
But sorry. One of the things we didn't mention about this game is that you'll see that the floors have different heights. If you're standing on a higher floor, then the thing you're attacking, you get a damage bonus. So most of the time, our players are going to be trying to strategize and move towards and draw enemies towards those places where they can take advantage of that. Forgot to mention that earlier.
Yeah, and honestly, we also actually when me and Fia last entered tournaments and stuff like that, because both of us actually really haven't entered in a while, we actually have learned how enemies move.
Yes.
And like you'll see sometimes most like Baldwin or Shuzo, they'll be walking and they'll just stop and pause and the monster pass. It's because the monsters act like they're keeping their left hand on the walls. And if there's a crossroad and you know that you're on the right hand side, if you turn the camera and check or do whatever, or just turn the camera because that's a good practice to have. Don't be like me.
Yeah, don't be like anyone else but me and a couple of other people.
Yeah, turn the camera, look where you're going. It helps.
Please. So one of the things that Baldwin picked up was a blue.
U-boat dancing.
Yeah, he picked up a blue sand. That is the opposing, not really opposing, but the adjacent version of red sand. It powers up your defense through your shield. So now that is at least an ice shield plus 1, and maybe an ice shield plus 2. I don't know why they picked up another one.
You guys see Baldwin doing AI 1 strats to get some extra damage.
That's the original Griffin. That isn't blue.
Yeah. But the thing is, all of them are actually water. What? They all keep I believe so at least. Or is only the big ones? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to keep the monsters like force new thing on them.
Oh, so if you've encountered a Griffin, it would also be water?
Possibly. Sandknight, can you correct me on that? I don't 100% know exactly how that works.
That doesn't make sense to me in terms of gameplay, but it could easily be.
We're forcing the randomizer to do weird things.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who knows?
Oh, got a lean fruit. Oh, sorry, right, Dreamin'. Griffin was the previous one.
Yes, but
Dreamins are all fire now. And they all have the spells unlocked as well.
But they look like they're normal.
Yes.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, no, worse for cyclones. They will snipe you for 30 damage at like floor 3.
Oh, don't like. Also, this room is not fun. That Kraken, hopefully will not wake up before.
Okay,
is this
it does
place
have
for
lean
poison?
fruits. That's
But like, is this a place? Griffin though can do at range. I don't dislike that move.
Unfortunately, he has to walk toward. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, through it.
No, that's fine because the Griffin's going to spend time on the ice rock and he can sneak out back. We see Shuzo appreciating U-boats.
Oh, oh no!
You have to either put it down. You have to figure out what's going to happen here because this is. This is unfortunately.
So when I said I wanted to see U-boats,
not like this.
Not like this.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so pick them up and then walk over the left-hand one, right?
Yes.
Or collar? I mean, collar takes a turn, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's actually probably the end for Shuzo.
Yeah, it's gonna get hit once and then twice. Yeah, and we're done. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, so part of this game, even though it's a roguelike, is it's a puzzle game. Not every single, and that's why we talk about. That's why we talk about action and item economy, because given the right items at the right time, almost any situation can be gotten out of. The problem is that you have to ration those items, ration your familiar, until you get to that point where you need to use them. But then you have to offset that against speed. How fast are you going to go in order to get to the top faster than your opponent? Well, the fastest way to do that is to use your health, your familiar, your attacks, and your items as speed boosts and as resources. And I know that Sandknight's very up for like using their own health as like a resource, which means that it's riskier but faster. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately here, Shuzo unfortunately could have conceivably gotten out of that by just walking over the U-boat.
You could have also released at home and done the tile immunity glitch.
Could have done tile immunity. We didn't have any items. We didn't know what he had in terms of items, but we knew he had an ice rock ball. He definitely had the ice rock ball, so that was something he could have done. I don't know whether that affects dived U-boats though.
No,
it doesn't.
I don't believe so.
Well, he would have stopped the first hit from coming.
Yes, honestly, if he would have walked left,
yeah.
Honestly, I don't think that if Shuzo was able to take a second hit, it would have been better.
I have a question.
Yes.
When you have a ice rock ball, so if you pick up your familiar and then you use a spell ball, generally it will put the familiar down in front of you, and then you will toast your own familiar. What happens with an ice rock ball?
It won't summon.
It won't summon. So you just put it down.
You'll put it down. It will be occupied, so you can't put the ice rock
That's really
there.
sad.
Unless somehow when you put it down, it would move, but there's no feasible way of doing that.
Feasible.
We are going to do a friendly third.
Excellent. Good. Okay, so we're going to do a third round. This is just for fun.
You
already did it. Yeah. So we're going to set these runners up with the final seed for this round. Baldwin has already won. He will be going on to fight Sand Knight. And unfortunately, we're going to be saying goodbye to Shuzo after this last match of this round. So that is sad. But it's been one hell of a run. Poor Shuzo, the first round getting bad inputs and everything like that and whatever, but being cornered at a T junction by three U-boats is not a position that I would want to be in or wish on anyone except Poulet.
It also doesn't matter what experience you have. I can't think of a runner who could probably get out of that same situation with the resources. I'm pretty sure that was a death.
Yeah, and there's also when you're running, it's very easy for us as commentators or an audience to be like, oh, you had, a Tumna fruit or whatever. Like when you're running, also really difficult to remember what your options are.
Yes.
I mean, the one thing about this game is because it's turn-based, you can, so long as you don't do an action that takes a turn, you can think about what you need to do. But again, this is a race. We don't necessarily know that you need to wait. Like the pressure is on to go. And if you think you've got a chance of getting out, Okay, let's see what
they're going to the seed screen. It should be 73014. So Baldwin is fine.
Shuzo just needs to move on to the next screen.
Yeah.
There we are. Yep,
73014.
Okay, and we'll get them running.
So place your bets for new monsters.
Yeah.
So far, my seeds have been beneficial to at least monsters because it's now been a kid, a train wand, a water griffin.
I apologize for summoning the U-boats.
Accommodator curse on that
what
one.
shall I summon this time? Okay, I want
killers.
Yeah, no, I was actually about to. No, I was going to say tyrants. I was going to summon some tyrants, but
well, they're horrible pets.
No, I didn't mean with pets.
No. If you have them as a pet, you make them go berserk. They'll just kill Ko. They'll attack whatever's closest.
Oh my goodness! I mean,
they're horrible things.
Okay. What would I actually like to see? I would like to see a clown. I haven't seen a clown from scratch run, so that would be nice to see. What else would I love to see? I would love to see a Palumpa run because fun and immediately junking depending on what your first egg is. Like we already mentioned, I have a soft spot for arachnes as well and arashes.
Shuzo's using a fight stick.
What? Shuzo.
That's amazing.
Amazing's a word for it. Baldwin's naming himself Shuzo. So we have two Shuzos running this round.
Yeah.
I appreciate someone using interesting tech. When I'm playing with a general, like when I'm playing without an emulator and using the PlayStation controller, I have a hard enough time sometimes getting myself oriented in the right direction.
So using the Xbox control.
Like I have no idea.
We actually had you playing with the PS control in front of you on the desk while using the Xbox control, so you remember what to look at for buttons.
That was awful.
Yeah, that was. I am very disoriented when it comes to that.
Are they ready?
I will ask them. We're both at the house. So.
Well, I'm glad I've been rolling through all the exposition so quickly, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this is what we have 3 hours allotted to us, but at the same time,
it's how it can
first of all, this is with the tournament, you don't know who you're going to face. Baldwin is if you're counting how many times he's held the world record, 5-time world record holder for any percent.
Mm-hmm.
Wuga's the only one to take that away from him with the Wuga runs of running up the tower, getting a Garuda Roche.
And to be clear, any percent is the exact same as this, except that there's no random start to it. It's just as quote unquote nature intended.
The last countdown here. So thank you again for CurryBots because it makes it easier on a tablet to count down from 10.
Okay. So,
Also, big shout out to Programmer who made this whole randomizer possible.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. For those who don't know, if you go to adrando.com, you can see all the stuff that we can do with Azure Dreams. It's amazing. And honestly, he helped revitalize an already revitalized community by making basically a brand new game from this for people to play.
Speaking of our community, if you want to join our community, you don't need to speedrun or do any of these crazy seeded everything. We just put the link to our Discord in the chat. Come along. It's a really friendly community. Join us. Watch more. You'll be notified when any of our streams are coming up.
Yep, we have a role for that.
And if you are interested in running this randomizer, we've got great resources for it and people who love to teach other people.
Yes, we absolutely love seeing new runners. And also, if you're a casual fan, Deadpan, no.
Yeah.
But if you're a casual fan of the game and you want to join this Watch Azure Dream stuff, feel free to join. You don't have to run, but there's a lot of stuff which there's a lot of stuff for just casual players and speedrunners alike, and just learning how to play the game better. Oh, so what are we gonna go here?
Yeah.
She's a left Shuzo Baldwin though.
Yeah, left shoot.
We got Queenie.
Oh, okay. So
we actually just have a Queenie.
So the do we make it sure to be a fire queen?
That's the thing. I don't know because his graphic never changes.
Oh, it doesn't.
So you have to check the actual individual. Yeah.
But the starting items will also be randomized.
Yes,
still.
they
So
should
they'll still get a random egg.
If somehow they're not, I will blame CurryBot because when I generated the seeds, CurryBot did them. We got a wand again though, so let's see what we get.
Okay, so
Wand, Scarlet Wand.
Seal,
okay.
Live,
Repel, that's gross.
Yeah, okay. So that's not a useful ball. Can you actually remind me what it is? Run to the ball. Can you remind me?
Oh wait, no, he's doing a glitch. Moonwalking!
Hey! Very nice.
Baldwin loves to show off his moonwalking. He came up with that. It's stupid. There's no point to it, but he knows how to do it.
I do like the idea of a dance person, honestly.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. It is fire. Okay. So it's just whatever.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's interesting is whatever this egg is. it's a wind dreaming.
Which has no unlocked spell. So it's
absolutely useless.
Yeah, it should have been fed. Like that thing is just completely useless.
Okay. So
you can use it for the talent immunity glitch if you take it out and use it right.
So out of the stuff that we've been given to start off with, none of it is actually useful apart from the live shield. Now the live shield will absorb a bit of damage that you do or you take.
It reflects back, I think, like 1/8 or something. It's not overly great.
I mean, floor 2 ice rock, pretty nice.
Yeah, she's just bolting up.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think floor 2 is actually very small. Oh, one of the other things is that you can see when we get onto a new floor. White sand. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
When we come down to a new floor, you'll see that the camera spins down. That's an excellent opportunity to spot where the elevators are, which is, as you've already seen, the flashing tiles. Now, tell me about Repel Ball.
Repel Ball. If you were to use the Repel Ball on Queenie, okay, that should be fine. If you were to use the Repel Ball on Queenie, you can't use it on yourself, you'll be able to reflect magic on Queenie, which then you can use Repel Ball on Queenie to reflect it onto you, so you can repel magic for a while.
Is that the only use case for it?
Pretty much. You can also use the Recovery Ball on your monster that has Repel Ball on it to heal yourself.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. I've never honestly used one.
Yeah. Weak balls are also probably one of the redundant ones as well.
So the reason why we're talking about that is because they picked up white sand. So white is the third of the sands. Red powers up your weapon.
Oh! Monster Den.
Oh, well, okay, then let's
get that music going.
Let's get that music.
Yay. So,
yeah, we'll watch. Oh, yeah, so Monster Den is exactly what you think it is. You walk into the room and then this happens. Yeah, Shuzo is not.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Baldwin will get the same Monster Den, right?
If he steps in the same area, but.
Yeah, so this is a trap. I mean, he can just go.
This is the room.
He can just go. Oh, he didn't.
He's gonna try to get some level. Although
go. Leave. We need to die. There we go. Go.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shuzo is getting, honestly, like, that is a monster train.
Yeah, but at least you know where all the monsters in the level are.
We see here that Baldwin
my
found the elevator.
Baldwin found the elevator. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So anyway.
Okay, Ice Rock Ball is a great play.
Yeah, that's a fantastic play. Anyway, so what this means is that yeah, everything's got real. And now we have the slowest walk to try and find an elevator you've ever seen. Which is a dream. Anyway, white sand. So it's the third of the three. Red powers up your weapon so long as it's either a sword or a trained one. None of the other ones can be upgraded. Blue powers up all your shields. And white gives you another charge onto a ball that you already have.
Yeah.
They only have, well, he was going to probably use on that ice rock now if he hasn't already.
And he gets the treatment.
So he gets the treatment.
Feeling great.
Come on, let's go, Shuzo. Let's get you above floor 10. Come on.
Unfortunately, this
is cruel.
No, the thing is, I said this at the start of the stream. My seeds tend to be very generous for items. Very bad for traps.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, and this is actually...
The good thing is that the monsters can't pass each other.
No.
And so all of those monsters that were trying to get Ko, or rather in this case Shuzo, have bounced off these monsters that have their AI programmed to attack this ice rock he's put down. So they've all bounced off and now they're walking around the level, which is terrifying because they're all walking around the level. But it also means they're not in that room anymore. Or they probably aren't in that room.
Yeah.
And yeah, as long as the ice rock stays up, which it should because it's got a bunch of health and it's not taking enough damage yet. It's like 200 health, right?
Yeah.
You credit it.
Actually, the Cyclone actually has a type advantage over the...
It does. Ooh. It doesn't always hit the ice rock, but most of the time. Shuzo, use your medicinal herb. What are you doing?
It's take the treatment and go.
Oh my god. He's waiting out the turns.
He's just getting some HP back.
But you have 7. Use the medicinal. You're gonna get sniped by something coming around the other way. There's like 20 monsters on this floor now.
If you switch back to music, you would still hear the Monster Dead music.
Yeah, see, here it comes. Oh, and that has a range. I think just need one more attack on it too. Go.
Pick up the dragon.
Please go. Oh my dad. Oh.
Shuzo's doing great things.
Oh no, see they're coming out of the other room.
Yep.
Shuzo, no.
Thankfully, this ice rock is gonna.
I don't even care what Baldwin's doing anymore.
The
action's all on Shuzo's side.
Let's get this dream going.
Yeah, Baldwin gets an elevator train, whatever.
Shuzo's fighting within the tower.
This tower. Oh god. Medicinal herb, please. Please, whilst you still have life.
So the nice thing about Monster Den is you get a lot of experience making killer monsters.
Yeah,
but the thing is, if Shuzo had Mixer, now there's no...
Yeah, there's so many things. And the thing is that the monsters do spawn in. Like, it's not just a set number of monsters per floor. There's a set number of monsters per floor, I should say. But, like, just because you're killing off monsters does not mean that the population of monsters is necessarily decreasing. It means that there are less, but more could be spawning and coming towards you. The elevator was literally right there. Yep. Oh my god.
So speaking of earthquakes,
good job, Shuzo. Get it out of there. Good job.
If you didn't even walk down the hallway, he would have literally saw the elevator immediately.
Yeah.
Or just turned the camera.
Oh god, he just walked. Didn't even need to use an ice rock. He could have picked up Dream and moved.
Yep.
But the thing is, unless you knew it was there, you had to assume that there could be another monster on the other end, or a room you can't get out, and you do not want to get pinzered, especially when you now know that there's like 100 monsters.
Yeah. So the way it works is like monster dens. They're theoretically on every floor.
Come on, Baldwin's doing such work.
Yeah, Baldwin is honestly.
He's found another one as well. I don't know whether he's already seen it.
Yeah, 10 floors at 8 minutes is Baldwin's kind of pace, which is obscene.
Yeah, that's some pace. And a rust trap. Life shields are rusty now. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't see what wand he got.
It's still seal right now. Whatever it was, he wasn't interested in picking it up.
Okay, that's fair.
The seal wand, honestly, is redundantly bad.
Yes,
Because-
life shield is metal. Only the leather shield is not. And
Yes.
the
Wood shield, leather shield, and diamond shield
yeah.
are 3 that don't rust.
Yeah.
Diamond
It's
shield is
magic
honestly nice.
metal. Oh, Shuzo just got paralyzed. He's fine now. It takes 10 minutes. Yes, the UI is somewhat.
Yeah. Again, don't ever choose return when you're trying to return a monster to the bag.
I know that the mirror. So I know that the tower has not been kind, but kudos to our runners for making
The most of
the
it.
most of a bad situation, especially on Shuzo's side, and also playing this game, which is a little clunky.
Yeah.
Like most Mystery Dungeon games, I'd argue are quite clunky games to play. But
It takes a while to get used
it takes
to
a while to get used to them.
Yeah.
But this game is super fun to play, and because we now have the randomizer, floor 12. There's the Baldwin, the disrespect on the collar. But yeah, you can see like there's so much to explore about this game. We haven't even gotten into fusing. We haven't gotten into.
We're not going to.
We're not going to.
Dude.
Baldwin's like far away the other thing. We haven't got into half the monster type. We haven't even gotten up half the tower yet. We haven't even seen the town or the narrative, or the other characters in the story. So if you're interested in what this game is mechanically right now, be assured there's far more than this to see.
Yeah.
So it's well worth picking up if you can find it, or checking out like emulators for it.
She's just confused.
Oh my god, Joe. I'm blaming Sad Night.
That's also the role of the community. Also, yes, I tend to call Queenie trash a lot. Not because it's a bad monster, because I find it funny when you take trash out of the bag.
Oh yeah, and
That's literally the whole reason.
and for people who don't know, Queenie or Kune or
The little blue guy.
the little blue guy, no one has any intention of pronouncing him quote unquote correctly.
Yeah.
Do you even know what the official
Coon,
Coon? Okay, sure.
I think is phonetically the correct one.
To correct it's gonna be a little bit.
Fun fact though, on the Japanese version, when Queenie or Coon or whatever dies, he says, "I'm sorry, master," and as he disappears, it's actual vocal.
Oh, I really hope that he has a very gruff Japanese.
No, I
voice.
can show you the clip after.
Oh,
It's-
no, I don't want to see it.
It's well, no, because Hex put down a bomb trap and he exploded and flying around saying, "I'm sorry, master."
Cute. Jeffrey. I also like that too. But yeah, if you're wondering, everyone will pronounce them slightly differently because they've grown up pronouncing them differently.
Yeah, my brother pronounced it Queenie.
Sordo, lovely.
Yeah. Also, again, for anyone, our Discord link is there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where'd it go? There it is. Thank
There
you.
it is.
Fun fact: most bots are just people who are copy pasting stuff at the time the commands come down. But okay, we see here AI1 on Baldwin's side. Just to get the extra little damage, I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, he's going to use a fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that we actually didn't mention, in some tournament setting, it's not, in some games I should say, in some tournament settings, some games, it's not unusual for players to be able to watch the streams of other people. In this, obviously, with it being randomized so people have the same stream, that's not something that we allow.
Yeah.
So Baldwin and Shuzo have no idea how the last few rounds have gone for each other until afterwards, when hopefully we'll get both of them in for a little bit of a question.
Oh, Baldwin won't.
Baldwin won't?
Right, he's on the microphone.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, they have no idea. So when Shuzo unfortunately died in the last two rounds, Baldwin had no idea what was going on. So for all Baldwin or Shuzo knows, they are having a whale of a time.
Yeah.
And why isn't he killing the Chocobo? Because the Chocobo has like all the HP and it's
He heals himself too.
Yeah, and it's also water, so fire does very little.
It's a glow up trap if Shuzo can make his way around again. No, he put it away. Oh wait, no, they're both dead.
No, they're both dead. Okay. And he's between a maneuver and a flamey place.
I was going to say a slimy in a hot place.
And you can't lift. One of the other mechanics in this game is lifting up creatures above your head, and then being able to throw them or put them down. For monsters, certain monsters cannot be picked up.
Both of them?
And in SPBs too, yeah. And some of them can be picked up, but it's only a chance to pick them up. So
Almost
he's in
shoved.
trouble.
Yep.
Too heavy, and that's death.
Thank you for demonstrating.
So
Susan.
it doesn't cost anything to check.
No. It can be.
Lifting up doesn't cost anything anyway. Does
Yes.
It? Okay. Yeah. But putting down does.
Yes. So you can pick up an item on your way. Like if, let's say, Baldwin wanted those coins, Baldwin could pick up the coins, put them in his bag, and continue walking. That's fine. The second you physically put down the item is a problem.
Definitely use the medicinal herb just so you have an extra turn or two to think about.
Yeah. You could possibly shove the flame for a while.
But like, missed percent. Maybe you can't use ice drop because
it's too close.
It's too close, and that's literally all it has.
Oh, there's another non.
Is that?
No, it's the same thing when you offer the Holy Scroll.
Oh, and there we go. So there's the end. Unfortunately for Shuzo, that's another fairly early death.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. The tower is not kind. It's
no, it really isn't.
It's not malicious, but it is not kind.
Yeah, I agree. Shuzo should get some sort of medal for how bad that luck is.
Yeah, that monster den. I can't believe that Baldwin didn't hit it as well.
It's based off a tile.
It is based off. It's like any other track. It's based off the tile, but my goodness.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how it goes.
Oh my goodness! But we'll see if we can get at least Shuzo in to talk about these runs if he's amenable.
I do believe that sends them a link. I will send them a link otherwise here. I'll send Shuzo the link because Baldwin doesn't have a microphone. Yeah, no, it's unfortunate.
Just the luck.
Yeah,
The luck was so bad. But that's unfortunately just how it goes.
Yeah.
We can't. You can account for a bunch of things. You can do your best job, but unfortunately, that's about it.
Let's see if they want to have an interview.
No mic for me, for Baldwin.
Yeah, Baldwin says thanks for Shuzo for the race and Shawnee and Fee for the commentary. And I will, if it didn't send, I will.
Okay. What does Baldwin say?
There you go. Shuzo's in, and we'll join here in a second.
Baldwin sent you a message as well. I'm not quite sure what he said.
Welcome, Shuzo.
Hello, Shuzo.
Oh, I was muted. Hello.
That happens a lot here.
Oh my.
What's that for you?
Well, that was definitely interesting. Let me start there.
Yeah. So let's go round or match by match or whatever. So the first one, we thought you had a bad throw that ended up in you dying, unfortunately. Can you talk us through a little bit more what was going on in that one?
Bad throw.
If you remember.
Yeah, I know. Like bad throw.
You said earlier that you missed like the circle square input.
Oh yeah. Oh the Oh, I told you guys in text that I was actually I've been using an arcade stick for these past couple matches.
Yeah, my goodness.
And sometimes a couple of times I've forgotten the button thing, so I hit triangle circle instead of circle X.
Oh,
actually. Because the positioning's it's not quite different, but it's a little different. It's weird.
And that's something that we hadn't mentioned is that the control scheme forces you to kind of do combinations of buttons in order to get, which is very difficult even on a regular controller. So I can't imagine how difficult it is on a remapped joystick and fighter stick.
Or how bad it would be if I use this in the PC.
Yeah,
like the nicest part about that is though I got the octagonal gate, so it's easier to just like hit an angle to do the angle steps.
Yeah.
And I remember my L and R buttons a lot more often now, so those are positives.
Yeah, for sure. I like a person who moves the camera around.
Yeah, unlike me, I still refuse to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say is like even when I had my amazing return comeback versus Sad Night we did yesterday, I still the day before, I still refuse to turn the camera. Like I walked into so many fights.
I don't understand how you do that.
I think I used it more for like the switching of the AI on the Dreamin', because that thing burns MP like no tomorrow.
Yeah, so
Although that move's really cool.
yeah, so I had never seen that move before either, and it is super cool. So when in that first round you were going around and was it 4 MP per and like blasting away these things, like it was super cool to see. But unfortunately, you ran out of MP twice, and then you had to switch to your egg, your backup egg, which ended up being a kid dragon.
Yeah, which is the better choice between the Dreamin' and
well, it's certainly a bit of a faster choice.
Well, no, because you could refill the MP with coins
with
and stuff.
coins,
Like,
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that was round one. Round two.
Round 2 was the. Oh wait, no, yeah.
No, round 2 was the
No.
U-boat disaster.
No. That was
Round 2 was the Dreamin' and the kid. That was the U-boat disaster as well, though.
Yeah, because first one was Griffin. Sorry.
Yeah.
The first one was the Griffin, which I lost immediately. Then I found the bomb with the noise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing didn't last very long, unfortunately.
No.
I didn't even actually notice before it died. I saw in the chat that they're like, oh no, and I'm like, oh, it's like, oh, there's 2 dead monsters now. I'm like, okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I have to apologize to you, Shuzo, because I really wanted to see a U-boat familiar in the second round, and unfortunately, I summoned a bunch of U-boats to you. So I'm gonna call foul on me for that one.
Yeah.
That's quite all right. And then, like, I probably should have just sent the kid dragon home. I put in the text too, because I was trying to switch for some reason to try to make myself safe, and I wasn't thinking about the extra attack that was going to happen. Actually,
yeah, no, totally, and I mean, no one wants to be like cornered by 3 U-boats in every single direction you could have gone. So that's not fun at all.
Well, speaking of being cornered by tons of monsters,
that's a round 3.
Yeah, so Baldwin actually never hit the monster trap. You did.
He went through the exact same room as you and just scooted around the tile, which would have activated it for him. Oh boy!
I unfortunately, this isn't the only game I'm really good at finding traps in. I play 14, and they have deep dungeons, and I don't know how, but I seem to step on every trap in existence. It's just a thing I do.
I mean, I really appreciate you finding it, because we got to have that real cool music and show what a monster den is, and you did a really good job of mitigating the trouble. I mean, it's awful to have all those monsters wandering around, but at least you were able to get through it, although you gave me a heart attack by not using your medicinal herb.
And to fight the cyclone in flames.
I tried to get the levels off the cyclone and stuff, off the ice block. Yeah.
Did you know when you put the ice block down that the elevator was just in the room behind you, or did you not know yet? I didn't know.
I don't think I noticed it, because I was after the CUNY death and realizing the Dreamin' actually didn't have a single spell at the level it was.
Yeah.
I was like, I could try to get some XP here.
No.
Yeah, the last one that you hatched, like in game 2 or whatever, that one had a spell automatically unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hidden spell. We didn't explain that. Some monsters only unlock their spells when you fuse something that has no spell into them, thus unlocking the hidden spells. And if you get a Dreamin' as the second egg, it's like, yeah, cool. This is useless, kind of. Like, it doesn't really do much.
Oh my goodness! But yeah, this was a categorical kind of like expose on just bad luck, because as we've already discussed, you have the same floor, same start, whatever, even though it's randomized, and you just kept on getting hit in the face with what the tower had for you.
Yeah. I think the only trap I saw Baldwin actually hit was an upheaval trap and a warp trap, which he recovered from very quickly.
Yeah.
I think that's it. It's through all 3 matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you found every other one.
Yeah. Found everything. I mean, it was a good show. I mean, like, Baldwin is doing his thing and getting up in the levels, and we're just like, no, the show's over here. Where shoes are.
Yeah. What shoes are right now?
I know. Oh, do you have any final thoughts or anything you want to shout out whilst we've got you on stream?
I mean, as usual, it's been fun. Like, I look forward to the next one again.
Yeah.
I don't probably practice as much as I should, but I actually just enjoy doing this. So
Yes.
That's the best
It's a
thing.
fun game to race with each other and stuff like that. And it's always different, which is what I love about it. Because even if you were to play the exact same seeds again, you're going to do something different every single time. It's never going to be exactly the same thing.
Yeah, and as for being like a newer runner, if you're interested by what you've seen today, everyone, join our Discord, follow our runners, and do all of that good stuff.
There's also us too.
And there's also us. Well, it's just coming up with you.
Nope.
And I didn't even see it. But like, if you see what you like, the fun in this game, especially running this game, comes from that feedback loop of, okay, I got to floor 5. Okay, I got to floor 10. Oh man, I got up to 20.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got up to 35. Oh, I've actually seen the plot happen.
Yeah. 31.
So like the great thing about this game is just being able to see that progression over time, learning more about this game, encountering new things as you go up, finding all these little eccentricities about this game. But the brilliant thing about running this game is the community attached to it, because you can experience all of those things with other people helping you along the way.
Yeah.
So join us, follow our runners, follow us if you're really feeling like it. And yeah, I hope that you'll join us for the next round of this. We'll see Baldwin going on to face Sand Knight.
Yep.
Sorry, Shuzo, this is goodbye for this particular tournament for us, but please keep running and showing off this game for everyone.
Yeah, next tournament is going to be actually run by me, so I'm going to be listening to community feedback for what they want and rules and changes and stuff. But it's going to be a true 80% tournament, back to the basics.
Yeah, and we do these tournaments like pretty frequently during the year. So if you are interested in doing a tournament setting, it's not just running on your own all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's it from us. The links to everything are in the chat. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for hosting us. Thank you for setting us up, T Sigma. That was really kind of you. And thanks to everyone for watching today.
All right.
All right.
Everyone take care.
Take care. Have a great evening, lunch, morning, whatever you want.
And if you're watching this on the VOD, then whatever time it is currently with you.
Okay.
Especially you.
Take care, stay safe, and keep running.
Bye.
Bye.